The period of United States history known as the Second Industrial Revolution, which spanned the years roughly between the 1870s and 1910s, was a time of cultural advancement for science, religion, commerce, and especially women's role in society. A major development from this period was the Women's Christian Temperance Union, or the WCTU, which was founded in 1874 and led by significant activist figures Frances Willard and Annie Wittenmeyer. The WCTU was a prominent portion of the larger cause, which was generally known as the temperance movement. The temperance movement's ultimate goal was to solve issues such as violence, chaos, and disruption caused by intoxication or drunkenness by targeting what many at the time believed to be the main cause, alcohol. The WCTU concentrated on rallying women who were household wives, and Frances Willard had an important impact on the success of the WCTU for her outreach to this demographic. As pictured, Frances Willard was born on September 28, 1839 in New York and died on February 18, 1898 in New York. Willard was born to her schoolteacher parents who consistently encouraged a higher education. This led her to teach at school for 7 years. She also assumed the position of president of Evanston College in 1871, which made her the first woman to head a college. After she resigned in 1873, she moved on to accomplish activist work in the female fight against alcohol. Willard was elected to be leader of the WCTU in 1879, and from there she utilized her persuasive activist skills to push for reform against alcohol. She formed creative slogans such as Womanliness First and Home Protection to rally and gather women to support the cause. She, alongside the rest of the WCTU, focused on housewives who experienced alcohol abuse firsthand through the actions of their husbands. By doing this, the WCTU became the first organization to rebuke domestic violence and party against liquor. Other consequential issues were addressed during this activist period, such as unemployment, hunger, or poverty, which led the WCTU to advancing past reforms only concerning alcohol-related issues and rather founding libraries or kitchens. Displayed is the symbol and embellishment of the Prohibition Party, which is a camel featuring 2 colors, red and blue, with white stars. The WCTU stood behind the Prohibition Party as they both aimed to illegalize alcohol due to its negative effects. Women of the WCTU contributed to the Prohibition Party by serving as delegates, candidates, and speakers. In contrast to the heavy woman-based support for alcohol prohibition, the movement slowly died down due to backlash from big businesses and corporations. The majority of people did not support the cause, and so although there was consistent effort from women, there simply wasn't enough for it to come to fruition. Although at the time the prohibition of alcohol was not able to be fully achieved, the WCTU had long-lasting impacts on the culture of the United States society. Women obtained more of a role for themselves and began to speak out more for the protection of their rights. Alcohol did eventually become illegal via the 18th Amendment, which was ratified in 1919 and appealed through the 21st Amendment in 1933. Today, recreational and medical cannabis has been legalized in some states as a form of healthcare. However, the federal law is still against cannabis in any form, which draws ties between the prohibition of alcohol. As shown in the image, there is variation between the states on the legalization of cannabis. While there was a lack of support for the illegalization of liquor, there remains federal law against marijuana. In short, the WCTU is a model for how groups of people, in this case women, can rally together to support a specific cause. Although pieces of legislation in regards to the legalization of alcohol did not become enacted until the 1900s, the efforts made by the WCTU are still relevant and prominent in the discussion of alcohol prohibition.